Sometimes, when we have the opportunity to link shorter pitches into one long pitch, fewer transitions means faster climbing, right? Well, here's some things to consider before climbing the full length of our rope. Hi there, everyone. I'm Jason. We've got a local multi-pitch route that was bolted by a guide to have more tightly grouped belay stations in order to facilitate better learning. It was one of the first bigger multi-pitch climbs I did with my kids, and we climbed our chosen variation in 12 pitches. Had we stopped at each and every belay, it would have been 18 pitches. So I'm not here to say don't link pitches, but we didn't link all the pitches either. We can be thoughtful about it. Here are some situations that would constitute warning signs for me should I be thinking about linking pitches. That doesn't mean that any one warning sign is enough to dissuade me. It depends on how impactful that issue, or a set of collective issues, could end up being. Wandering routes give me pause. When the route changes climbing directions many times, a number of potential issues come into play. Of course, there is just rope drag, which becomes more of an issue the more rope that is out on the pitch. This can quickly tire out the leader and slow our progress over many pitches. But it is also often easier to get off route if you aren't familiar with your route. Shorter pitches mean fewer direction changes per pitch. Direction changes often hamper communication as well, as we go around corners and blocks and such and lose visual contact and often reduce our ability to hear each other or feel rope tugs over the friction. Communication can be a big deal. While seasoned partnerships can often climb very well with limited communication, it's hard to argue that we wouldn't be a little safer if we could see every clip and anticipate when to give the leader slack, or that we wouldn't be a little quicker if we could either see or quickly establish that the leader has reached the next anchor station. So, along those lines, I think potential communication issues are their own reason to carefully assess if linking pitches is worth it. If I have new climbers or a new partner with me, I'm going to want to make sure our communication is of the highest quality. Being able to see and potentially verbally communicate takes on more importance.
Green is climbing.
Climb on, green. Everything in climbing ideally happens after a call and response. On belay, belay is on. Climbing, climb on. The idea is that no one does anything until the partners acknowledge what is about to happen. That is simply easier to do with sight lines and verbal recognition. So, if we have high wind, or a lot of noise, say from a river or some such, then that is another reason for me to consider if running out the length of the rope might make communication too hard.
That's green.
Impending darkness can cut our visual connection too, as can blocky terrain. Speaking of blocky terrain, persistent ledges mean persistent fall risks, as a lead fall could hit ground at a number of points along the climb. As we run our linked pitches out to the end of our rope, we may be increasing those risks in a few ways. As we have more rope out, we get more rope stretch on a caught fall. That rope stretch might be more than the last ledge we passed will allow. Longer linked pitches might also mean carrying more gear. Depending upon the route, our fitness, and our comparative body size, does that extra weight fatigue us at the top of the route, making a fall more likely? Maybe. Or we don't carry more gear and run it out past our protection, again, making longer falls. So the calculation isn't just about speed. We have other potential risks to consider as we evaluate linking pitches or keeping more shorter pitches. We also can mitigate the speed trade-off cost to us of keeping shorter pitches by getting good at transitions. We've got a lot of videos about helping maintain communication on route, rope management, anchor setups, lead swaps, and the like that can help us get into and out of systems more efficiently. Do you tend to tilt towards linking pitches or not? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want to support us. For more information, you can go to our website at www.shortguysbetaworks.com. You can watch one of those videos I just mentioned about extending anchors on blocky terrain to maintain line of sight, or you can check out our entire rock climbing safety series. We'll see you next week and keep on getting more out of that big outside.